concept of loneliness is both a strange and familiar feeling. As a species, humans often had to rely on each other in some way in order to survive the harsh realities of the world. They had to. We have to. It's who we are. Yet, the feeling of loneliness is a very integral part of our human existence. Humans are an anomaly in this way. Our thinking often can clash and even override our natural instincts. It happens with everyone. The ever-shifting paradox. This is especially apparent here, now, in our current existence. Now, more than ever, people are lonely, despite the push to bring people of all races, all cultures, together. Indeed, there are a growing number of people who, after a history of human existence in the contrary, would, against everything this world has to offer, choose to be alone. I am one of those people.
Now, my experiences are obviously going to be different, and I honestly can't speak for all loners, but my reasons, I think, should be fairly consistent with the lot. I choose to be alone because the universe at large is too huge a burden to be a part of.
Now, perhaps to a good fraction of people on this earth, this appears very selfish. And honestly, it probably is. But honestly, we're a pretty selfish species. A lot of what we do in life is a matter of self-interest, even if we don't think of it as such. From basic things such as food and sleep, to complex ideas like politics and religion. All these things often trace back to somebody, somewhere, wanting to sustain their ego, no matter the reasoning. And that's a beautiful thing. Even with living a life that appears apathetic to everything we do, no matter how big or small, in the end, it all comes down to us. So, it's really kind of a bold statement to try and reject all of it as much as possible, to be alone as possible. However, being this isolated can and will come with consequences. Anxiety, depression, being alone for humans isn't really a natural thing.
And honestly, it can really suck. Especially those times where you actually feel like socializing. You can't just be extroverted overnight. It just doesn't work. So, what to do when you can't interact very well with the world? Well, create your own.
I don't really know why this is the case, but a lot of people who are very isolated tend to delve a lot into critical thought or craft creative worlds all their own. I guess when you don't have anything else to do, you kind of just wander, drift, reflect on not only yourself, but everything around you. Sometimes you come back with something, sometimes not. But either way, it was a mental journey all the same, and it was great. Some people even find varying degrees of success creating their own worlds. It's really kind of amazing what isolation can do sometimes. Despite that depressive journey, all that loneliness, you actually made something out of it. And that is truly glorious. Especially when other people you've never met, get into the world you yourself created and communicate through it. There should be a certain degree of irony that the very thing you created in the most empty parts of your isolation actually brings people together. Perhaps this, too, is part of the ego. Now go outside.